Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies.
Finally, we got some football back, man. Saints preseason game against the Chargers. They lose 27-13, but obviously the score doesn't matter in preseason games. You're just out there watching, kind of seeing how players do in preseason games. And obviously, it's a lot of roster spots, a lot of camp battles for the Saints this year. And the biggest one is the quarterback situation. So we're not going to even beat around the bush. We're going to jump right into it. Now, obviously, we started with Spencer Rattler. He was named quarterback 1 for this game. Obviously, that's still an ongoing competition. We just go through the stats of all the quarterbacks really quick. Spencer Rattler was 7 for 11, 53 yards, sacked 3 times for 8 yards, 75 quarterback rating. Also had 1 fumble. Tyler Shough, 15 for 22, 165 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception that was returned for a touchdown. Then you have Jake Haener, 5 for 8, 41 yards, 1 interception, 35 quarterback rating. Now, obviously, Spencer Rattler got the start. He came out there. He looked poised. He looked a little better than last year in the pocket. But the biggest thing for Spencer Rattler will be his pocket presence, his pocket awareness. And it showed his head again today. And he fumbled in the pocket. You just can't have that. I know it's the backup offensive lineman out there, backup right tackle. That's probably never going to play a snap for the Saints this year, but you still have to feel that pressure. You still have to be aware of those things. You just can't take a sack right there if you're Spencer Rattler and fumble. You can take a sack, but you can't take a sack and fumble. Now, one mistake turns into 2. You just can't have that. Obviously, would like for him to get some points on the board. Got down in the red zone after a muff punt. Wasn't able to get in the in the end zone right there. But for the most part, I'll give his grade like a C+. Not a lot shown, obviously. Didn't go out there with the full, brigade of starters with Olave, Shough, Alvin Kamara. But he had some decent guys out there in the receiving core. Offensive line played a couple snaps, maybe a series. Some of them played 2 series. Banks and Penny played multiple series. So we'd like to see more. But he didn't go out there and completely shit the bed, but he also didn't completely live it up to, what some people want him to. Then we go to Tyler Shough. Now, looked like a rookie, I'll tell you that much. Looked great, looked terrible, looked mid, looked okay, looked pretty good. He pretty much did it all. He did it all, and he was like 15 for 22, 165 touchdown in a pick. And we can start with that pick, man. Out route, throws it late, throws it behind him. This is the NFL. You're not going to get away with that. That out route is the one route in the NFL you have to be able to throw, and you cannot be late, you cannot be behind, or it's going to get picked. Or, in his case, it's going to get picked 6. You just can't have that. But other than that, man, the next drive responded very, very well. Well, I guess we could start off with the 2-minute drill, as I'm skipping over. The 2-minute drill came in. The 2-minute drill to end the half. Looked really, really good in that 2-minute drill. Looked poised, making quick reads. Had a quick slant. Some other really, really good passes. I think Jones out the backfield. But he looked really, really good in that 2-minute drill. Almost threw a pick to end the half. It was just kind of a weird situation there. But looked good, got some points on the board. Groupie made the kick right there. And I knew after that 2-minute drill, I'm not going to say that's not real football, but it's just a part of football. 2-minute drill is just very, very different than regular Florida game. And 2-minute drill, you get to get soft coverage and things like that. Everyone's, in a hurry-up offense. So it's just very, very different 2-minute drill than regular football throughout, the other 56 minutes of a football game. So he came back out in the second half. Then he threw that pick 6. Then he responded really, really well, throwing that touchdown pass to Mason Tipton on his only catch of the day for a touchdown. That's a really, really good strike to Tipton right there. Just overall, I think a really, really good game from Shough. Obviously, you don't want, if he didn't throw that pick 6, he would have an A+ today. With that pick 6, you probably drop him down to a B- in my range or something like that, which is still a pretty good day. Your first time out there in the NFL, man. So encouraging signs from him. Some encouraging signs from Rattler as well, but more from Shough in that first series. Jake Haener, we just got to be for real. This is not a 3-man quarterback race. Like Kellen Moore, you can stop it now. It's not a 3-man quarterback race. It's obviously Shough versus Spencer Rattler, and there's no disrespect to Jake Haener. He's just not one of those guys. He's not gonna beat those 2 guys out. So there's just that. Now we can talk about the running backs. I'll kind of go through position by position. Now we're on to the running backs. Obviously, no Alvin Kamara today. We don't need to see Alvin Kamara in the backfield. Kendre Miller, man, showed flashes, showed some twitchiness back there. Offensive line didn't get him help on some of those runs where he was losing yards and things like that. But I really like what I saw from Kendre Miller today, man. He looks like he has running back 2 locked up, if you ask me. Running back 2 is basically locked up. He looks really, really good. He just has to stay healthy, put some more, practices together, a couple more preseason games together. But I really, really like what I saw from Kendre Miller, even though it was a short stint from him. Looked really good when he was out there. Then you have Velus Jones, who's probably one of my favorite players today. ran the ball a couple times, actually one time, but caught the ball out the backfield. I believe he had like 4 catches out the backfield. That's really, really good from him. Yeah, 4 catches, 16 yards. Obviously, used to be a receiver, playing running back, so he's kind of a hybrid guy right there. So that's going to be really, really good. You know, for the Saints, I think he can make the roster. A guy that plays special teams, can play running back, can play receiver, can do multiple things. You're gonna have to be able to do that, especially when you're getting down, you know, to that part of the the roster. That 58 guy, that 48 guy, you have to be able to play multiple positions unless you're like a quarterback or something, or offensive lineman, or you won't be able to make this team. You're gonna have to be able to play special teams and things like that. So I think he's gonna get the edge over the other guys, you know, on this list. Then you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I think looked really good out there, has some a key pick, blitz pickup on that touchdown pass to Tipton, and he's just a good football player. So we know what we got with Clyde, we know what we got with Cam Akers. So I think the running backs did a really, really good job today. Obviously, only 20 carries, 61 yards behind that offensive line. I'm not too upset about that. Spencer Rattler, we do have to give him credit because the running capabilities of him is the part of his quarterback play, and he did have 3 carries for 22 yards, so that's really, really good from him, extending plays, getting first down with his feet. You have to take that. Now the receiving core, like I said, everyone's fighting for a job outside of Olave, Shough, and Cooks. Those are your 3 receivers. Now the number 4 and 5 guy, that's up for grabs. Obviously, Mason Tipton had the touchdown catch on his only catch of the day. Kevin Austin Jr., I believe he probably could have had a touchdown on the stop and go. I think that's the one that Shough overthrew him on. The Saints came back to it with Tipton, and it worked. Dante Pettis, Velus Jones at the running back. So you have guys, Bub Means, who's kind of, not, I won't say a disappointment, but excuse me, everyone's expecting big things from Bub Means this year to maybe take that wide receiver 3 role, wide receiver 4 role, but just haven't showed up enough at this moment. Long ways to go. We'll see how that turns out. But offense, up and down day. The starters would have liked to see more. Like I said, it wasn't all the starters out there. We're missing guys on the offensive line. Also, your big-time weapons. A tight end room, I mean, it's nothing to say about the tight end room. It's just mid. It's going to be mid all season, and that is what it is. Like, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. So we'll see what the tight end room does. But I'm just not a big fan of the tight end room. Now, let's go to the defensive side of the ball. I guess we can just go down the list of how they're kind of listed right here with tackles. Isaiah Stallberg, obviously 8 tackles. That's really, really good out there for a linebacker. You're trying to make this team. He's got an uphill battle, obviously, with the linebackers on his team. Jalen Ford, another guy I like. I believe Jalen Ford out of Texas. 8 tackles again. Uphill battle at that linebacker position, but they're going out there, they're making plays, they're making tackles, and not full-time roles. That's all you can ask for. They got to just keep knocking away. Obviously, going to have to be special team guys if they have a chance to make this team. Fadil Diggs, man. A lot of people laughed at me when we drafted him 7th round. I gave that grade an A+. A+, he has the talent. He has the talent. He's going to flash. He just has to be consistent. He has to put some things together. If that guy's the starter for us in like 2 to 3 years, it ends up becoming like a Carl Granderson-esque guy, like not a high-tier pass rusher in the league, but a really, really good player, so it would not shock me. Now, I'm not overreacting after one game. I kind of had this same thought when we drafted him, a guy that went to A&M, highly touted out of high school, had all the talent, just didn't work out. Think this guy can be a good player eventually for the Saints. It's going to take some time to get there, but he flashes. He flashes off the screen. Chris Rump also flashed off the screen. Elliott Davidson, 4 tackles. Danny Stutzman, ball got deflected in the air. He almost got a pick right there. That would have been great. Isaac Yiadom, who's probably my favorite corner on the roster. And everybody fighting for that spot behind Kool-Aid and Alante. I think Yiadom's probably going to have that lockdown, in my opinion. Really, really like him. And I'll have to watch this defense. I was locked in on the offense. I'm not going to lie. And it's hard to really watch each defender, kind of one by one. So I'm not going to pretend I know what everyone did this game. Now everyone looked this game. I'm just going through the stat sheet as we go. Ugo Amadi, you know how I feel about him. Nafi Sewell, Quincy Riley, Broughton, got to go watch him. Rookie out of Texas, see what he looks like. Kayla Saunders, not too much. Christian Boyd had some really, really good snaps out there. Liked what I saw at times from him. DeMarco Jackson as well. Didn't really notice Howden out there. Don't know how long he played. That first team defense played really, really well. So a lot of those guys really, didn't stand out just because everyone played well as a unit. Rico Payton, Jonas Snanker had a really good pass breakup. So Brian Brissy, like I said, didn't play too much, but I mean it was really, really good from the defensive side of the ball. I know the stats and from the Chargers gonna look crazy because Trey Lance came in and started killing us. But when the starters were out there, the guys that's gonna matter the most were out there. I think it looked really, really good. I guess we can look at the punts as well over here. I guess the kicking. first groupie made a kick. Obviously, it was a gimme for him. 31 yards, 50-yarder from Charlie. That's a really good battle. I'm glad Kellen Moore got that out, at the end of the game to get Charlie that kick from 50 yards. He made it. Then you got the punting battle. Both of the guys got 3 punts. Burnup didn't punt it as far. He was kind of backed up on most of those punts. Not backed up, but like midfield. So, he really couldn't punt. Cost a fumble on one of the punts, one of the kickers. So that punt battle is going to keep going on. Kai Kroger, 46 average, 3 punts, long 52. He probably had the better job. Like I said, man, the punting battle, it's just all depending on where you're punting at, how you're punting, and things like that. So that's going to be an ongoing battle, which would have kept Gillikin, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I guess we can get to the coaching. Kellen Moore, we can start with him. I liked what I saw. I liked what I saw from in-game adjustments and in-game play calling. Obviously, we would like to get more of that first team. Everyone was mad at that 4th and 1 from the goal line. Some people wanted to be on the center and things like that. That didn't bother me too much, just because you don't want to show your hand in the preseason, man. You don't want to go out with your best 2-point type play, which I call, even though it's for a touchdown, I call any play from inside like the 1-2 yard line, the 2-point type play. You don't want to show your hand right there. Save those plays for when they matter. So, yeah, you just ran the ball. We didn't get it. That's fine with me. I like the aggressiveness. I like the call. We just need to do a better job up front of blocking that. Staley, I like the defense. Like I said, the starting unit and that first kind of wave of backup unit, I liked what I saw from them. I have to watch it again on that defensive side of the ball, but they did look good. Obviously, when Lance got in, we couldn't stop Trey Lance, and that is what it is, man. It's a bunch of guys that won't make this roster, so I'm not going to go too crazy about that. But, like I said, man, I like what I saw from the first game, man. Quarterbacks, we got some work to do. Offensive line, that backup unit has some work to do. Ready to see it all start clicking together, man, and maybe see Rattler with Olave and Shaheed, maybe see Shough with Olave and Shaheed, and Cooks and all those guys. I just want to see what that looks like, but I do like the first thing that I saw off on from the team. Hey, not perfect. We got a long way to go. A long way to go, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm mad or shocked at this outcome. This team is young. You got a first-year head coach. You got 2 quarterbacks that's rarely played. Well, one's never played in the NFL technically, and Rattler, who's rarely played, and Haener, who's rarely played. So it's going to take some time. You have a right tackle that's in the second year, a rookie left tackle. You got Penny playing guard for the first time. So you got a lot of people on that defensive line, Cam Jordan included, that's playing a whole different scheme as well. So it's going to take time to put it all together. But I do like what I saw from a lot of guys today. Isaiah Foski, I didn't call his name out. I guess I'll give this last minute to Isaiah Foski. Hey, man, we got 2 more preseason games. You played all game. You played all game. Somebody find Isaiah Foski's name for me. Full game. Full game. I would say you have to be better, but I don't know if you can be better. And that's not even a shot at Isaiah Foski. I just don't think he's that good of a football player. And I'm not even trying to be mean. And it's early. It's the first preseason game, but he is not good. Everyone on that defense popped at least one play. He didn't even have one play where he popped. Bullard popped on one play. I don't think he showed up in there, but he popped on that safety that wasn't a safety. He looked really good on that play. Foski didn't show anything. They attacked him in the run game a couple times early because he started. Didn't look good. Couldn't even set an edge. So, 2 games, man, or you will be cut. Second round pick, second year, going to be cut that quick, and you might never play another snap in the NFL. So we'll see. We'll see how he progresses. 1 game. Who knows? Maybe the next 2 he'll be a beast. But I ain't worried about that too much. Let me know what y'all think about this first preseason games, quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, coaching, whatever. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, this is the Boot Tragedy.
So one last time, let's make them hear it. The greatest fans in the world.